I feel like I don't really want to go to Climate Week New York City. Today is Friday, September 16th or 15th. I have my flight in an hour, and part of me just feels excited for Climate Week, but also very sad. I feel like I don't really want to go. I think there's part of me that feels a bit anxious with everything. I already packed and everything, but I don't know really what to expect for Climate Week. All I know is I ditched it last year because I went to another conference and I just couldn't really handle different spaces for myself mentally. So I'm going to see what happens and hope you all tune in with me. I'm sharing it with actually my comms director. He's Max, part of my team, and then I'm sharing it, and then there's another room with Tori and other UK climate people, but I just got here. It's kind of dark though. But anyways, this is my bathroom. It's nice. And there's 2 bathrooms, so I feel like it's good for the guys to have their own and then the girls to have their own.
Bless you. I mean, if you want to go back to sleep.
Max, where were you yesterday?
At that time.
At a rager. An absolute rager.
You were at where?
At this tire restaurant.
Oh, no, but like, were you with the Climate Week people or the UN people?
The UN people.
Oh, how was it?
Really good. Yeah.
Hi, Tori.
Hello.
I need to vlog because
cute.
Someone told me that I should start videoing my memories before
you get older.
Yeah. So I have to be that annoying YouTuber. That's
When you're like 80, you're just gonna be like, I don't remember this, but at least I filmed it.
Yeah. Alright, so was it day 2 of Climate Week or day 1 technically?
Climate Week doesn't start till
Tomorrow, right?
Day
-1.
2. Wait, day -2 or whatever, -1. I finally arrived in New York. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
I told Isaias as we were walking out, but me, Domi, and Francis is starting a band. You heard it here first, guys.
You're starting a what?
A band.
Tell me more.
Tell us more.
So.
Wait, yeah, I didn't know you guys made music.
Alright, so I'm going to my first Climate Week event, and on Saturday, this is what I'm wearing. It's pretty simple, pretty basic, just all black. My gloves.
All black as well?
So right now we're behind the scenes with Tori because she's getting ready and getting dressed. Yes, so pretty.
Very cool. Right, so this is...
Wow, Tori. Oh.
It's cool too, you know?
Ooh.
It's sexy.
Yeah.
That's really sexy. I might like that one more than the red one.
You like this one more?
Yeah, I mean the color looks really great.
Yeah, do you like this one?
It's very, very
Well, this is like...
Then under, I tell you, you can just put this.
Yeah.
But if you have a black underwear, it works perfectly as well. And I will not put anything here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like gala
Let's make
type
the
thing.
climate movement sexy, right?
No, I love it. Elegance all over. Day 1 of Climate Week.
Cocktails here, wine. Is it for you? It's a crisp.
I quite enjoyed that. It's good.
I mean, it's so late.
It's so good.
It sounds like such a, sort of common sense sort of program where we take that stock that exists in large amounts in New York City and then we upcycle them. But there are many barriers for us to be able to achieve such a thing, such a simple idea. One of them was a legal barrier where any item that had a logo on it was not going to be dispatched for us or given to us because there's a logo, there's an IP, there's an intellectual property around the item. And so what we had to do was negotiate. And so in climate justice, we developed a series of what we call roles for collective liberation. Roles for collective liberation don't necessarily just mean go out and protest, although you should all go out and protest if you can, if you are able to, but so many of us aren't able to. Maybe it's immigration status that is the problem, which is was my case for 10 years. I just became American this year. After 10 years, I'm gonna vote and I can march. But before that, I was very nervous of marching.
Today is Sunday, September what, Max?
20,
No, it's like 16th.
September
17th or 16th?
September 16th.
We're on a budget, so I had to share a bed with Max on this. But, you know, we have to make Climate Week work. It's been very much crazy because people's Airbnbs have been getting canceled. Like, pricing for New York is so expensive, and I feel like no one really has affordable housing here during this weeks. But the good thing is, like, you know, we have AC, we have a nice apartment, we have a bathroom, like no roaches or rats like New York City. So I feel like I got pretty lucky, and went to an event today for the Slow Factory. Got to attend their garment design program reception. That was really fun. Got to really enjoy myself. Really cool. There was this really attractive photographer that was there, but got to talk to them for a bit, and yeah, I think it was really fun. Just got to meet new friends and connect with people. So really excited for tomorrow is the protest for the fossil fuel march. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow. Okay, day 2. It's my outfit here. Now I'm getting ready to go to the climate protest. Whole crew is here, ready for Climate Week.
Hey.
Hi, Dami.
Hello.
Where are you from? Coming from UK?
I'm coming from the UK.
What are you most excited about for this march?
I'm really just excited to see a lot of people. Like, I'm getting a lot of September 2019 vibes right now, which is really cool. And like, that was a very special moment, especially being part of organizing. And now just like seeing so many people again, like globally, it's just amazing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Same. What did you think of it last year for Climate Week?
Oh, Climate Week. I was not here for the strike last time. So I actually missed it. I left right before the strike.
We got Ethiopian food, remember last year?
Yeah, I remember.
But for a bit, because I think I had to leave too.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I remember the Ethiopian food. That was really good.
Yeah.
And then I missed the strike. So Climate Week was good.
Yeah.
But I had to go home.
I'm excited too. We'll see what happens. But we got Francis here. Hi, Francis.
Oh, hi!
Max is over there, waiting for us to leave. Kapana is getting ready, and Tori's in the back waiting for us.
Go.
Let's go. All right, we're ready. We're leaving now. We're going to the protest. We're gonna make posters today. Got my cardboard.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I got my branding done. Looks nice. And everyone's looking really good. I'm like low-key jealous of everyone. This has been the most stressful part of my life.
It's true.
Right, Susie?
Yep.
Got a good crew out of here.
Okay, you guys punch forward. Thank you.
I'm just finishing my final touches. I just finally finished doing my poster. It's super cute. Tori drew this, not me, because I'm not a painter, but I think we're good. Oh, that's not bad. Got it done, Max. I did it. Solve, what does it say? Solve climate change.
So we can grow old together.
Oh, that's so sweet. hopefully some of us live that long though.
That's right.
Some of us, I don't know.
Oh my God.
And as long as profits are being made, there's no attempt to actually make the difference. We can do what we can do. You can go off plastics, you can turn off your tap, you can get a bamboo, but the bottom line is Exxon, Chevron, all of these companies that are polluting, especially people without a voice. It is not going to happen from the top down. All of this energy is what's being brought, especially by the youth. Look at these kids. Look at these kids. Yes, give them a hand of applause because they have the energy and it's their future that's on the line. And they are not Democrats. They are not Republicans. They are independent people who go for what needs to be fixed and are not slaves to any party. And
So day 2 of Climate Week has come to an end. We participated in the fossil-free global march. I think that's what it's called. And it was really great. I think I got to see a lot of friends that I haven't seen in a long while, which was really crazy, but also got to connect with a lot of people I've done business with. I feel collectively like it was really beautiful just to see different collectives, organizations, Black, Indigenous people of color. New York City is such a diversity, so I'm really excited. Now we're headed towards the week, which I'm pretty stressed out about because I know Max is here because we're roommates now. But honestly, I think we're hosting 2 events this week, and I'm really scared. Like the ones Queer and Climate and then Symbiocene. Honestly, these 2 events have caused me so much stress in my life that I'm like, don't ever want to host events, but it's really worth it for community. And I thankfully got booked to do speaking gigs each day up until Saturday. So we'll see what happens. On here. I don't know which one though, but I think I found myself right here. Anyways, I'm speaking today here on a panel, and I'm really excited to see what happens. So I'll let you all know how that goes.
And what do you think is the potential of engaging influencers in climate communications? And what are some of the potential pitfalls that people should be aware of?
Yeah, I mean, there was a recent study in the Global Pearson's Learning Survey back in 2021 or 2022. I worked with them to talk about a report that they found that many young people came from ages of from 10 to 35 or something. 25% of them learn about climate issues through social media. So it's like 1/4 now of our population is using social media to engage with climate. The other is old journalism and media that's out there, and then TVs and networks. And I feel like the dangerous pitfalls of being an influencer is that sometimes you just want to believe one answer, right? I always tell people like, I'm not the solution, I'm a part of the solution, because anyone who tries to sell you one binary solution is a bit dangerous to go that way. And I think, media agencies, for specifically like, as an influencer that works with them a lot, is that I tell them, I don't want to do hashtag ad, I want to do hashtag storytelling. And to me, like one of the ways that I've been really pivoting and working with marketing agencies to connect with brands is actually telling them like, can I actually go to these brands' facilities and learn about them? Like, can I interview their corporate sustainability team? Can I interview their manufacturing team? One of the web series that we just shot, me and my team here, is called the Sustainable Jobs Series, which is kind of a spin-off from like Dirty Jobs to kind of showcase the way that Americans want like a green economy. And I think a lot of young people have been asking me like, what does it mean to work at a sustainable company that does chocolate or like laundry detergent? And it was really interesting to see that we shot our first episode last year, got funded by the corporation. And that's one example where I feel like really like agencies have this really large power to shift that narrative to start saying brands can invest in storytelling. And I've seen the budgets that media agencies use. It's like $50,000 for a 2-minute commercial with these models that don't care about sustainability. The writers don't really know that much, and it's like, what are you trying to sell? So those are ways I feel like we can constantly shift on that end, and also hopefully, media agencies that are out there, like please like invest in us, like please actually work with us. We're not asking you to speak at your events, we're asking you to actually create councils that would allow us to be in those rooms to advise you all.
This is such a cute place. Wow. Ming, what are we doing here?
We are talking about good green jobs for the people.
Yay. Christy, what is this event about? Can you tell me?
So this is the Green Jobs Board private event launch for our new website, greenjobsboard.us. Super excited. As you can see, the future of green jobs starts here.
Yeah.
We want to have a great user experience for everyone in the climate movement to build a climate career of your dreams. And tonight is our launch party. Super excited to join the team at Les Botanistes, 100% vegan, plant-based eatery here in New York City to make this event possible.
How long did it take to build the website?
Months, almost this whole year, honestly speaking, and we've only been a company within that time also. So in the span of us building the company, we were building the website. So this is like a birthing of our baby, basically. And we're so happy to have friends and family here to support. Green Jobs Board, this is Usman, my co-founder of Green Jobs Board, who's also going to introduce himself in a second and give us more of a walkthrough on things. But yeah, I just wanted to say that this has been a long journey in the making. It all started summer 2021 when basically I was thinking back to my experiences as I built my life as a content creator, and I was like, I'm always doing this work to address equity gaps in the climate space, making sure there's more BIPOC representation, but what does that mean for jobs? What does that mean for career pathways? And I remember it being so difficult when I graduated from UC Berkeley to find a job. I had a pretty fire CV. Like, I had a really good resume. Like, I was on it. Like, I did all the unpaid internships you could imagine. I did everything under the sun. But even then, I'd go to my career counselor at UC Berkeley, again, one of the top universities in the world for environmental science and policy. And I still had no idea how I was going to get a job, and they couldn't really advise me. No shade to UC Berkeley, but I really had to figure it out myself. And I remembered in my journey, after years of being a content creator, I was like, this needs to change. And I realized, what if I just started posting on Brown Girl Green, my content page, about green jobs? So I literally just did a Google search, finding jobs and organizations that I thought felt values aligned. And basically, I talked to Usman, who helped me build the brand of Brown Girl Green, and I said, what if we just started making posts on Instagram about green jobs? I don't see anyone else posting about this. I was like, why don't we be like the first ones to do it? And so it started off straight up as an Instagram post, like me just going on Google, finding little links and making a really easy, accessible resource for people to find green jobs, internships, and opportunities. And what happened next was completely unexpected. It was insane. Like the posts were going viral, like thousands of people were resharing it, saving it, and we're like, whoa, I've never seen something like this on the internet. And I was like, really? Like this is crazy. It feels like common sense, but yet no one was doing it. And so I just started as a weekly series, and it got to the point where then organizations and companies were like, wow, this is getting a lot of attention, a lot of people are getting stoked about it. Could we post our jobs on your Instagram posts? I said, sure, why not? Let's try it out. And so we started testing it out, and eventually, I remember it was only 2 or 3 months after we launched this on Brown Girl Green that someone said, hey, I got hired through your Instagram post.
I just got back home. As you can see, I was up at 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. Had to do an ad, spoke at 2 events, and then had to go to my best friend's launch for her Green Jobs Board platform. But also I had to go back home, dress up for this gala that I went to. That was for the Fashion for Development. I'm super grateful to really have the privilege to even be able to go to these events, but it's honestly been a while since I've worn a suit, so I don't really get fancy like this, but the occasion is done. My first real day of the week on Monday, September 18th of Climate Week is now over. Tomorrow is the Queering Climate Mixer, and I'm also speaking at the Nest Summit tomorrow, and I'm a little bit nervous about those events, specifically my event for the Queering Climate Mixer that I'm co-hosting with Queering Climate. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope you all please pray that it goes well, because honestly, I've just been so stressed out from those events that I'm hosting, and I just feel this really big pressure to do good, to make sure I do well, and I don't know, sometimes I just get in my head and I feel like it's not going to go well. So trying to really uproot all those toxic feelings that I feel towards myself right now. Today is Tuesday, September 19th, and I didn't vlog my morning because I was a bit in a rush. I just had to speak at the NYC Climate Summit. I did some interviews that we don't have time, so I had to be doing that for a bit, and now I have to get prepared because I have to go to a luncheon, and then I have a speaking engagement digitally, and then my Queering Climate Mixer is today. I'm still a bit stressed, as you can see, and I feel like, you know, I shouldn't be feeling this way. I feel like, honestly, like this is too much for me to honestly handle sometimes, but just trying to take a breather now that I have a break. But I'm gonna head out soon to now go to the luncheon. Just a little bit about the Queering Climate Mixer is, you know, we wanted to host an event that really centered LGBT environmentalists and allies that are on the not accessible for the general community that is actually doing climate work. And so we got together around a month and a half ago. We were in London getting drinks, and you said you wanted to work with me, and I said, okay, well, if you want to do an event with me, my commitment, and just being able to just see everyone here really makes me so happy, and like I really appreciate you all being here, because you all are what make this event happen, not me. So really just thank you so much for that.
A round of applause for her.
Today is Wednesday, September 20th. I'm with Krista right here. I didn't really say much about yesterday night because I was so tired from the mixer, but we're here today.
I wish I went.
I know, she should have gone, but she didn't. Also, Krista works for Christy, so for everyone asking who she is. But I honestly forgot to go to today's a brunch, right? It's like a breakfast at Train Technologies because my best friend's speaking there, so I have to support, and she's not here still, so I'm just here vlogging the experience to see.
Eating some breakfast, fueling up.
I ate some like vegan yogurt. I didn't eat yesterday. I like was so stressed out, I couldn't eat, and then I was like,
You gotta feed yourself during Climate Week. It's super important.
Yeah, and I was saying how sad it is that it's supposed to be about celebrating the planet, but everyone's like killing themselves over the stress of events. Like, this is ridiculous. So, anyways, I'll tune in with you all soon. So I'm with Kalpana. We're doing Symbiocene tomorrow, and we just had a very long day from hosting events. And today Wednesday I had a panel, and now I'm gonna go get this bougie dinner at 11 Madison. Where's 11 Madison restaurant?
Yeah, 11 Madison restaurant. It's all we're celebrating our collective birthdays.
And I'm really excited for that because then after I'm going to the Hispanics and Philanthropy event, and I just spoke at this panel about climate, comedy, and entertainment. So yeah, my day's been pretty good. I honestly took it very easy the earlier day today. I actually ate lunch because I wasn't eating food. So I'm excited to see what happens. Within communities. And to me, one of the things about being an environmentalist or a climate media creator or a climate influencer is really understanding like how do these labels get attached to us. So I kind of like to share a story as someone that grew up in Los Angeles and of course is documented as a citizen myself and have privilege over that, and recognizing that my parents immigrated from Mexico to the United States to quote unquote find the American dream. And one of the realities I think that they realized is that the American dream was a lie. At a very young age, my family, they wanted to have 3 kids. We grew up in poverty, my sister, brother, and I'm the youngest of the 3. And I remember at a young age recognizing that we were poor. I mean, I grew up going to La Segunda, got the wooden spoons that are out there for cooking. You either eat with it or you got beat with it as a kid, which I don't condone any abuse. But I think on my end, what I was learning as I got older is like the dimensionalities of growing up queer, but also Latino, but also poor, but also having to navigate this world of what centers what whiteness is. Today is Thursday, September 21st. I have my outfit ready because I'm going to go see the Duchess of York, which is a very long story, but I can probably narrate it later. And today I'm speaking at an event about climate mental health. I'm moderating it, and then I'm doing the Symbiocene today, so I am super excited for today. Also, after today, it's the last event I'm hosting, so I get to finally rest after a very extreme, stressful week. So hey everyone, today, a few hours before the Symbiocene, I'm doing this panel with my great friend Tori about eco-anxiety and with other climate authors that I've interviewed. Really excited for this panel. I'm going to showcase some clips around here, but yeah, the Symbiocene is actually 9 minutes away from here. So that's the closest thing I've ever had in venue space for Climate Week in New York City, and I'm just really excited for this evening.
Here, because we all have books that are related to the mental health crisis and climate change. And a few weeks ago, I think it was, Tori reached out and said, AT, I think I'm coming to New York for Climate Week. And I said, let's do something. She goes, yes. And then just a week later, reached out and said, AT, I think I'm coming to New York for Climate Week, and I said, Tor and I doing something together. Do you want to be a part of it? She goes, yes. So that's why we're here. With that, I'll hand over to you.
Yeah. Gotta start up eco-anxiety over there. Hi everyone, it's so lovely to be able to have this discussion with you all and some of my favorite authors that I've been able to work with and read all your books very thoroughly. Obviously a lot of us are experiencing different types of emotions when it comes to the climate crisis, and one of those popular terms that has risen so much in Google searches is eco-anxiety. It's being used very loosely sometimes, but also in general marketing sense of this idea for the fear of the future of the planet. Now, my question for you all is to maybe briefly kind of introduce yourselves and kind of talk about your relationship with eco-anxiety, when it started to come out in your life, when did you start to really examine your relationship with the fear of the future of the planet, and maybe kind of also address how do you help others work through their eco-anxiety. We'll start off with Tori.
Hi everyone, it's so lovely to be here in New York. Thank you for welcoming me to your city. It's been quite an intense week, which I think is also a testament to this topic of, reflecting on sustainability and mental health. But I wrote a book called It's Not Just You, which explores the intersections between mental health and climate change. And it's really funny because I joke that the eco-anxiety tagline is actually a bit of a Trojan horse, because I try and draw people in with a term that I think they recognize, and then really try and make a sort of more systemic and overall analysis of mental health and its interrelatedness with climate change. As Isaias mentioned, like eco-anxiety can sometimes be a bit of a loose term, and I'll get to that in a bit. But insofar as my fear of the future, I definitely had a lot of mental health struggles in relation to the climate crisis, specifically when I grew up in a coastal city, Hong Kong. I actually grew up in a small fishing town in the northeast, and just witnessing the environmental decimation around me was something that I found really impacted my mental health. And so I began to think about this topic a lot. But the term eco-anxiety didn't exist back then, and quite frankly, talking about the impact of your environment on your mental health was, and people would look at you kind of weird, because they were like, okay, that's a bit of an overreaction. Obviously, the dialogue has come a long way since then, and I think even more so now we have an opportunity to really look at this term, almost dissect it a bit and ask who does it speak for and who doesn't speak for. Because for a lot of communities, this term can come across as a bit Eurocentric, and I really tried to delve deep into people's experiences who didn't relate to such a term and what struggles they were dealing with. So that's the book. That's a little bit about me, and I'll pass on to Britt.
This is where the Symbiocene is happening. It's ready, y'all. We're going in like 10 minutes or so I'm excited. This is my, thank you to sponsors yet.
of dollars for these exquisite dinners, and then you realize, are you inviting more billionaires to the table, or are you inviting more citizens who are trying to fix the planet? And so I really have come to realize that grassroots events are super important, and one of those things is actually finding sponsorship. I really have struggled with this idea of getting really funding to create events, but you know, when I collaborated with Alejandra over here, Calpana actually, to fundraise to create this Symbiocene event, we've done it under the amount of $15,000 or even $10,000. And one of those people that have always continued their unwavering support is my friend Stephanie Dillon, who is one of the artists that you see on the screens back inside. Please take pictures of her beautiful art. And she told me, like, one of the most important things about really building a new climate resilient future is actually investing in arts that come from different types of mediums, of forms of how we express ourselves. And so I wanted to invite a few words of wisdom from one of Stephanie Dillon's advisory team, Jeanette Hernandez, who's also one of my mentor in the environmental space. So please give it a round of applause for her.
I'm really short, so I definitely will get up here. You know, that music was so beautiful. I think it really, I saw so many talented human rights, I always say human rights defenders and climate defenders that have been in a rush this whole time since I've arrived. So that music really reminded me to keep our souls soft and to pause and to appreciate the joy. So thank you for that to the quartet, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. This message I brought from Stephanie Dillon, and she's immunocompromised, so she wasn't able to be here, but these are her words. Says, thank you, Isaias and Kalpana, for including me in these efforts to bring change to the world. I have found myself deeply connected to the concept of Symbiocene, a new era of ecological consciousness and harmony. Partnering with Isaias and Jeanette, passionate climate educators, I have learned and recognized the urgent need for collective action in addressing environmental issues. As an artist, I believe in the power of art to amplify important messages and spark conversations. I feel a strong responsibility to support Black, Brown, and global majority activists through my art, and I want to verbally acknowledge the historical marginalization and disappropriate impact faced by these communities due to environmental degradation. By lending my financial support, creative voice, and platform to their cause, I aim to elevate these activist voices, bring attention to individual work, and contribute to a more inclusive and equitable movement towards a better future. As a white woman and recovering racist, I ask all white people, especially white activists, to check your racism before engaging in this work. It is due to racism and anti-Blackness that we are here. And our sole responsibility is to make space and give up our power to ensure we dismantle this oppressive system. So that is from Stephanie Dillon. She is so proud to support Symbiocene. So thank you so much for your time. I'm really looking forward, and thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, if not, I'll project my voice. And I'm going to welcome one of our other sponsors for this event, Madeline from Seeding Sovereignty. So everyone give her a round of applause, please.
Hi, everybody. It's so wonderful to be here with all of you and just experience what it means to live in symbiotic nature with everybody. We're so happy to be able to partner and co-host and sponsor this event. Again, I'm Madeline. Our organization is called Seeding Sovereignty, and our founder and ED is right here, Janet, in the pink jumpsuit, if you want to give her a round of applause. I think this is, Seeding Sovereignty is really about building in kinship and walking together through a really intersectional lens. We have fantastic programming, really uplifting all kinds of voices and building the systems that we need for climate justice and climate resilience. We have a mutual aid farm in so-called New Mexico. We have an abortion doula training program. We uplift the voices of families of missing and murdered Indigenous peoples. We also have a podcast that I co-host called Supersede, and the mission of Supersede is essentially this question that a lot of us are asking, which is, how can I contribute to climate justice? How can I use my skills and my passions no matter where I am in my journey? And we do that by interviewing folks who have figured out, in large part, their climate superpowers and really unpacking what that has been like for them. So we're really excited to actually be recording the panel for Supersede, and really Supersede is about this. It's about we don't have to do anything else but be together right now and be talking and be getting to know each other, and we are living what it looks like. So thank you again very much to Kalpana, Isaias, and everybody else for having us. Thank you.
The song. And before we do it, every January we're celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So I mean, that's just an example of how music in our movements is so crucial, and actually, yeah, agreeing with your point of taking us to the next step in which, you know, traditional language is limited. So it's like a yes, and we've done that in the past. We just need to lean into that more. Cool. Yeah, okay, one more, and then go. Yeah, do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, okay, hello. Well, first of all, thank y'all so much for such a powerful panel. I'm like, okay, heartstrings, okay, unconditional community, okay, beyond the self. I'm like taking a lot of deep themes and like feeling super resonant with them. And my question is kind of coming from narrative organizing and thinking about fields, because each of you carry and hold very specific fields. But what's super powerful, right, is thinking about the potential of super bloom. And I'm thinking a lot about Symbiocene, like relating to those eras that you were talking about, the Anthropocene, all these sort of characteristics that embody those different eras. And as someone who is really interested in narrative strategy, narrative organizing, I almost feel like this concept is a field that is wanting to be fertile, wanting to grow. And I think a lot about like ensemble stories and like casts, we're done with the hero's journey. I mean, okay, heroes are great, but like we're trying to bring together something that's like super powered by multiple people so that we can tend every single vein, every single strand that this planet is holding, all these different species, all these different peoples, all these different cultures. And so my question comes to you all about, in the spirit of thinking about field building and kind of creating the fertile energy for that field to proliferate, do you have any any sense of like in the mega story that's happening right now with the climate crisis and the different hats that you're holding, what would you contribute to that mega story, whether that's like a plot line or whether that's like a character that needs to be spoken for? I guess just like curious, thinking from that frame, like what would you offer to this that you've created here? And not to mention just like gratitude for that, because a mega story is how we get everyone on board. That's how we get every single identity come through. So I'm just like, you have gratitude, have like just spewing out reflections of like powerful stuff that y'all said. And I'm just like, how do we keep this story going? So that's my question.
I love you, and I want you to answer that question because I think that we would all benefit. No, I'm serious. No. No. If you don't know this person, so I would love for you to share with us all, actually.
On a drive recently, and there was a line in there about how can we take the story of what we're living through right now, and how can it become infused with every aspect of our everyday life. And one of the examples she used was, how can it be a part of our songs? And
oh my god, wait. Want to get your camera?
Sorry?
Want to get your camera?
But I got a lot of
I was supposed to go to the Earth Disco Party, hosted by my great friend Sarah from Time is Better. But I honestly feel so thankful for really the climate community coming through for my events. The Symbiocene was so beautiful. I am so much loss of words of what to say, and I think this week has been really hard on me mentally and physically because it's just been such a back-to-back events. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful to see my friends and get to connect with new people and just see people in real life, but I also realize how much of a privilege it is to just be with community. And I also feel like I don't always need to be in spaces, so I'm very much like an introvert extrovert these days. So I'm like, I think my introvert side activated when deciding not to go out tonight. And yeah, I'm just really thankful. I mean, one of the things I was hoping is like, I really wanted to see one of my friends that I haven't seen in a good time, a few months. But I guess we didn't text each other and we didn't make plans, and so I don't think we're gonna see each other this time, and I was really bummed out about it because I really value a lot of my friendships, but I also think that it's really hard to stay in contact with everyone while doing a very busy week. So I'm very excited for what's to come in the future. Climate Week New York City has finally come to an end. I spent my Friday today meeting with my lovely mentor, then got some lunch at Soho House with my management. I love my manager. They've always been so supportive of me. I felt like my career this year has been really tough. Had a lot of reflections back with my manager today, and then got lunch with my tax financial mentor, which was really great. So I always make time during Climate Week to just see people. Then I spoke at the Marketplace of the Future event, and that was really great. Supported my best friend Christy, that is the runner of Green Jobs Board, and then I watched a few panels. You'll probably see a lot of those things as I was walking around checking out the booths and venues. It's actually really cool. I actually like the venue spot and how it was designed. But yeah, I think it's come to an end. It's pretty sad to see that there's so many people who vomited, who couldn't even eat, who just their social batteries were just extremely drained. And it reminded me that I don't think a lot of people can do this work sustainably, and how much private events realistically are so inaccessible to young people, and how much hierarchies and also social cliques exist and assumptions of people thinking about who you are I really feel this Climate Week New York City has made me rethink things about how I should do it more sustainably, and also be like, maybe I should not even do it Monday and Tuesday. Just do it for a full 5 day or a full 3 day. Anyways, I am glad it's over. Tomorrow, Saturday, so I leave her on Sunday morning like at 6 a.m. But yeah, I'm really excited for that.